What the fuck?
Hello and welcome to Taste Like Tea, a podcast in which I talk about myself. My name is Theo. Don't call me Ted. I am sitting where I was last episode. I am sitting under a tree in a field of grass. And it totally might rain. So there's a good chance I'll just randomly have to get up and go into the car. But it's right there. It's not a big deal. I did just eat some Wendy's. I was lied to that they were doing buy one get one free on chicken sandwiches. I just dropped fucking $40 on Wendy's because I thought it would be like $10 cheaper. That's a little disappointing, but I'm outside. I'm sitting under a tree. I'm sipping on some root beer. It's a day. It's a little humider than I would prefer, but I don't know. I don't care. I guess I do care, because whenever I'm in the car, I complain about the sun. I do like when it rains. I like rain. Rain is comforting. Maybe it's the fact that I don't have to worry about going outside when I do that. Or when it does that. Whatever the reason. I still hate trucks. Truck drivers have, no reason to be in the left lane. And, internationally, they shouldn't be in the passing lane, right? I put some hot sauce in a little divot in the ground for some reason. So, I've been playing with things and, thinking, what if I dip this little piece of bark in this hot sauce? I haven't done it yet, though. It's just kind of an untouched cup of sauce. But it's inside. Oh, that's a tick. I'm out. You heard me smack it? Yeah, it didn't die when I smacked it. I'm fucking done. I'm out. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I have a horrible, horrible phobia of ticks. You know that scene in The Matrix when the mirror consumes Neo towards the beginning? I've had that dream before, but with ticks. And I was arguably awake for it. It was one of those it's starting to rain anyway. Oh, God. Oh, I'm not going to be comfortable until... Oh, no. Why'd I have to sit there? Stupid ass fucking nature, bro. I try and have a little bit of time alone with nature and it fucks me. Oh, God. Fuck. Oh, I'm so stressed right now. Oh, no. No. I wish it started raining 10 minutes ago. I could have not have done that and I would feel a lot better about myself. Ugh. Oh, God. This is me setting up my back seat. Oh, holy shit. Freaking the fuck out right now. Oh, I got some raviolis in the car. Very nice. Pop that in the cup holder for later. Oh, there's no room in the cup holder. Oh. And a random cherub statue. Don't ask. Oh, and that box of tissues I could have used this morning. Oh, God. You know how many crevices are on the human body? You know how many places a tick can get to that you can't tell? Ugh. Jesus Christ. Here, maybe let me pause this real quick. Let me lower the windows. It's gonna start downpouring, but I am not sitting in this fucking car with the windows up. I'm probably gonna end up closing the windows anyway because it's still gonna get me wet. So, I don't know. But today, I don't know. I'm gonna be doing a double feature. 5 minutes in, I'm finally telling you, I'm doing a double feature. You know that because you clicked on the episode name, or you looked down at it and went, why the fuck is this dude talking about ticks during my movie podcast? It's not your movie podcast. I kind of set it up by accident to be exclusively a movie podcast, but at the same time, I've decided it's about me, and I am not all movies. I am also phobias and, I don't know, tics. I say the word I don't know a lot. Kind of like, Onyx what the fuck is that? Onyx the Fortuitous? I just call him the I don't know guy, so I don't know what his name is actually. Anythingbutted@gmail.com if you want to tell me about my tic problem. Maybe tell me some key places to check. I have a very vivid memory. It's a very uncomfortable memory because I'm actually not going to tell it. Never mind. It's uncomfortable not only for me but for other people, and I don't feel like doing that. Even though that person probably won't ever hear this, nor will they probably care. But just in case, I'm not dealing with that shit. Ugh, I'm sweating too much already. So, anythingbutted@gmail.com if you want to tell me about it. I don't know why you would, but you can. And I'll be here. I check regularly even though I know nothing's there. Because that's my problem with doing things involving the internet. Is I get addicted to feedback and reciprocation. So, like, when I post, like, I check maybe 2 or 3 times a day how many listeners I've gained, or, like, how many episode downloads I've gotten, and I don't even care. I genuinely don't care. The whole reason I make this is mostly as an outlet for me, and it just happens to also be a way to, I don't know, do one of the things I've been wanting to do with other people, but just with myself. It's kind of like video games when I think about it, because despite what I've been living my life as over the last, 2 years, I am a huge video game person. I love video games. Forza 6 just came out recently, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. I think I have 50 or 60 hours in it already. Not that that's a lot compared to a lot of other people, but not the point. But I think this podcast, much like movies, much like video games, it started as a way for me to connect with other people. And with films, I've absolutely done that. I am absolutely connected way more with people and just emotionally more stable because I have, I don't know, some sort of graspable, I don't know. I don't really know exactly, but when it came, much like this podcast, or much like my relationship with video games, is it's a thing that can and probably should be done with other people. But my experience doing it with other people is either inconsistent to the point where it's annoying, or genuinely I just don't want to experience things with people. And I guess that's different because I wouldn't mind having a friend on here, but at the same time, how would I do it like this casually if I had someone else to do it with? Unless we were just on a Skype call or something, and I hate the audio quality of Skype. So if anything, I would have to do it like the Range Touch podcasts, and we'd each individually record local audio, and then we would just clip it together so it sounds like it's all fresh. But yeah, someone recently told me they would love to play video games with me, and I've gotten to a point where that's not even the first thing that comes to mind when I think about video games. Is, at least now, like I said last episode, I don't play Call of Duty because it's destructive for me, and because of that same mentality, I kind of do the same for almost every multiplayer game. I'm always one that grinds for levels. I have to have something to grind towards, and I can't, so the way my actions pan out usually just ends up with me doing things alone. And that's cool. I've come to appreciate the solitude I've gained from why would I want to watch I'm trying to think of something I wouldn't want to watch with somebody. I was going to say Gums, like the Jaws ripoff, but I'm going to see that in a theater in a couple weeks. Spoiler alert, expect an episode. So, like, clearly I'm willing to watch penetration around people. I guess maybe it's people I don't know. I don't know. I watched porn once on a friend's Nintendo Wii in his clubhouse during a sleepover once in, like, 6th grade, and it was not a good experience. But maybe as an adult watching a porn parody of Jaws, I could also, Anyway, I'm supposed to be talking about things, right? It's 3:18. Sorry, you know that now. I got a late start because, as I said, I ate some Wendy's. I just realized my soda's on the ground. I keep telling myself to not get root beer whenever I go to Wendy's, but because I love root beer so much. But the thing is, it almost never gets cold. There's something about root beer, or at least the root beer that Wendy's serves, that doesn't ever. It's like the blue raspberry juice that comes in the milk jug. Like, it just kind of, it never gets past. I don't even think it doesn't even taste chilled. It just tastes like regular room temperature root beer, but there's condensation on it and there's ice water that kind of dilutes it, which makes it taste a little colder. But it doesn't come off as cold. And that seems to be a consistent thing whenever I have root beer, at least, again, from Wendy's. I don't know if it's the brand or if it's the machine or if it's just my brain, but whatever it is. I already said anything but ted@gmail.com, but there I go saying it again. I don't know, let's get into this double feature. It's a double feature, by the way. I think I said that already. Interesting. I think I have more energy when I eat. Isn't that weird? Maybe someone should study that. So I watched 2 films. This is literally like the day after my previous episode. Not just me recording it, but me, the films I watched were, like, I had a double feature on one day, and then I had a double feature on the next day. This was kind of, so, it was the beginning of, what month is it? June, which is Pride Month. Famously, depending on who you are, but I watched, as I talked about yesterday, probably the least gay movies you could possibly watch. Maybe that's not true, because there is that girl in Last House on the Left, which is really, really digging at things. But basically, I started off the month with Rape the movie, followed by, I don't know, Nightmares for Having Sex or something. I don't really know how to generalize Freddy Krueger, because he isn't moral, right? Like, his kills aren't based off morality. His kills are based off more cruelty and revenge. It's okay. It's relevant. Talking about Freddy is not irrelevant today. I'm not talking about. Oh no. I'm going to not look at my phone when I say this. I'm not talking about Wes Craven today. But I am talking about a Nightmare on Elm Street film today. I am talking about... I didn't have a double feature of Nightmare on Elm Street. I didn't watch 2 and then Dream Warriors. I am one of the few people who, as much as I like Dream Warriors, it is not in the top 3. I'm pretty sure I like Freddy's Dead more. Which I'm pretty sure is the worst thing I could say as a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. But what am I talking about? I am not talking about Wes Craven today. I am talking about a director, and he goes by the name Jack Sholder. And I'm going to open up my phone now to check if I got that right. It's either Jack Sholder, John Sholder, Joe Sholder, something. His last name is Sholder. Jack Sholder. Yep. Our boy. He has officially become one of my favorite directors. I've only seen 2 of his films, but they are both some of the best films I've ever seen. And as I just said with my previous double feature being anti-gay, not literally, but basically, I decided to do a little pro-gay double feature this time. And what's gayer than Nightmare on Elm Street 2? You might be questioning how is Nightmare on Elm Street 2 gay? Well, it is, trust me. Other than the fact that there's literal, like, gay imagery in there, like sweaty boys doing sweaty boy things, and leather clubs and spankings and, stuff you would associate. But the other thing that tells you that it's a gay film is the director has outed himself as a gay man who intentionally made Nightmare on Elm Street 2 a gay film. It's not subtle, but without the knowledge that someone told me it's a gay movie, I wouldn't have realized it. Just like with Alien, I wouldn't have ever realized that the alien itself is a penis monster until I read a bunch of reviews on Letterboxd that were talking about a greasy penis monster, and I'm sitting here talking about the fucking ethics of robotics and human life over knowledge and shit like that. So, I don't know, different strokes or whatever. But Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is the first film in our double feature. Again, this is a double feature with Jack Sholder, because I figured, what do I pair Nightmare on Elm Street 2 with for a double feature about being, like, I was like, what, maybe I could just do another gay movie. And I was thinking, like, what gay movies could I watch? Like, there's Moonlight, there's a bunch, right? I could even do Bottoms, because that's directed by Lee Winnell, and I'm very interested in seeing all of Lee Winnell's movies, even if I'm not interested in watching Bottoms. I hear it's good. I hear it's very good. It's a funny movie, I think. I never watched it, so I don't know. But why not watch a second film from the director who is openly gay and has made a gay entry, has secretly, because yeah, it's obvious now, but at the time, it got through. Like, he made it. It exists. It's a film you can buy, and it wasn't, I mean, it was probably noticed by somebody. I can't say it wasn't noticed by anybody, but the fact that it exists and it's so in your face, like, gay, that it's just like, it's almost impressive that this dude got past like regulations, because Nightmare on Elm Street, I don't know how franchises worked back in the 80s, but I'm assuming it was pretty significant. They were pulling in a sequel for Nightmare on Elm Street, and they needed a serious sequel, and this guy comes along and makes it about homosexuality and the inability to appear normal to the people around you. So I watched 2 Jack Sholder films. That's what I'm getting at. I'm 18 minutes in. Love it. So Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is... I feel like I have a little bit more to say about this than I did yesterday about Nightmare on Elm Street 1, because at least here I have some... I want to say passions, but I don't think that's the right term. Whatever it is. The film is... It's genuinely one of my favorite entries, if not my favorite entry in the entire series, and that's really, like, I'm pretty sure I put it neck and neck with Wes Craven's first entry, genuinely. I also haven't seen New Nightmare in a long time, so maybe that ends up being in there, but it really is it's just genuinely one of my favorite movies, and the fact that it's only like 88 minutes long makes it so good. You can just rip right through it, and the pacing is top notch. It just, like, it flies. But I didn't always know it was a gay film. I just thought it was I'm gonna try not to harp on that for a while. Maybe I can get it out of the way, right? What kind of things in this film are gay? I mean, there's actual dialogue where he says stuff like, he's coming inside me, there's a man inside me, or something along those lines. Like, he's inside me, he's trying to come out. There's the fact that he cannot kiss his girlfriend. He gets so close to doing it, and then he makes her kiss his cheek because he just cannot pull the trigger on kissing this girl. And all she wants to do is have sex, and he is just like, I can't do it. Imagine a slasher where there's no sex. Now that I bring it up, I almost got a little bit of chills thinking about that, because like that's not how slashers work. You need to have sex in a slasher. It's part of it. It's part of the moral panic thing of like, if you have sex or do drugs and you are an undesirable teen, and you will get murdered, because that's like, I mean, it's not literally the reason, but that's kind of how it's, like sold. I mean, that's the whole Friday the 13th thing, right? Like, it's, she has sinned, therefore she must die. That's basically the mentality of it. And God, what an embarrassing day. I spit incorrectly, I get a tick on me, and I'm still freaking out about that. I'm gonna have to fucking, God damn it. So there's also the friend Grady. I'm pretty sure his name is Grady. Like, they even make a comment of it in the film, like, right after he leaves his girlfriend being like, I can't have sex with you, and her just being, he goes over to his house and says, hey, can I sleep with you? And the guy's like, dude, there's a girl in the fucking cabana trying to have sex with you, and you want to sleep in my room with me? Like, it's very out in the open. There's a lot of other stuff, most of it with that Grady dude, because it seems like anytime they're together, he's like extra involved in the film. The main character's name is Jesse, by the way. He recently just moved into Nancy's house, the house on Elm Street, and he keeps having horrible dreams of death and despair. He wakes up super sweaty, and he screams like as they would say in the 80s, he screams like a girl. The film opens with a scene of him being extra geeky looking. Like, they at first I didn't, like, my first time watching it, I don't think I even recognized him as being Jesse, because the way he did his hair is just so different, and I don't know what. Obviously, I see it now as an adult, but he's like he's in a school bus, and it just randomly starts like going off road. It goes really fast. He's like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? And then it flies off the road. It keeps going faster and faster. And it's just a scary dream. He's stuck in a bus, the ground falls out from under him, and the bus is teetering, and I'm pretty sure Freddy shows up, but he doesn't know who the fuck he is. I guess that's everybody's first encounter, but yeah, he's being tormented by Freddy from the very first frame, which I guess isn't new considering the first film is also that. But I gotta get through this, sorry. But yeah, so he's living in Nancy's house. He wakes up screaming, and it's always from like, he's always sweaty. He is fucked up when he sleeps. Like, where some people, like Nancy, is able to find a way to wake up when she's stuck in a dream, this dude seems to perpetuate and just kind of not die in the dream, to the point where he is just so sweaty. And him not dying is key, because this is called Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge, and Freddy's Revenge is him, getting back. He got defeated in the first one, and he is angry, and he needs a new plan. He needs help, right? And the whole thing with the film is that he's Freddy is recruiting Jesse. Not voluntarily. It's actually more of a possession, I guess. And that's why, like, the dialogue of, like, he's inside me is so, like, it doesn't need to be on the nose gay, but at the same time, because it's intended to be gay, it just kind of, like, you can just kind of feel it. The whole thing is Freddy Krueger is trying to recruit Jesse or possess him as a physical body so that Freddy can kill people in the real world without luring them into his dream world. And I think that's fucking scary. It's probably one of the scariest premises that Nightmare on Elm Street pulls. Because, like, Dream Warriors is cool and all, but because they end up being able to fight back, it's a lot less cool. Well, I shouldn't say it's less cool, but it's less interesting, I guess. What else? So, the whole thing is Freddy's trying to possess this kid, Jesse, and he's too gay to let it happen, or something. And, wow, I'm just going in circles saying the word gay, huh? Don't I sound like a piece of shit? Jesse goes to school, he exists, he has a girlfriend, he has a friend named Grady, kind of went through all that. The gym teacher hates him, and he hates the gym teacher. The gym teacher turns out to be gay, and he goes to S&M clubs, or leather clubs, I don't really know what they call them, but he is a gay man who wears leather vests, and nothing else. And it just, it ends with, again, it's a Nightmare on Elm Street film. It's not like it's complex. It's just good. So when I'm trying to do these summaries, it's kind of just like, yeah, he's possessing Jesse. He's really sweaty. He tries to kill people. Jesse tries to fight it. His dreams are kind of paralleling the murders, but from a third-person perspective. And then it ends with... I think it's like ambiguously that he dies, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he lives and he just keeps having dreams, or maybe he gets stuck in hell. I don't really know. The ending doesn't really matter that much. It's one of those, it's just like the end of the first one where it's just like, surprise, bitch, and that's kind of it. Oh my god. Thinking about that tick again. I'm pissed. So, I guess let me touch on things I like. I'll try and go... I'll try and go through this quickly, but not... I'm not going to rush through it, let's hope. So, let's see. The transformation is really cool. Like, that's the whole film, really, is him physically transforming. Actually, no, that's actually not it. That's where this film gets really cool, because to him, he's perceiving himself as a monster, but presumably from the outside perspective, because they don't show it. They only show it from Jesse's perspective. You only see what Jesse sees, and the way people react really implies that Jesse is just Jesse. He is just a dude going around in his sleep killing people, and as he slowly starts to realize this, he's becoming more aware. He's trying to learn more about Fred Krueger. He finds Nancy's journal, which helps him learn a lot about it, and it's really distressing. Because this whole time, this dude is just like, I'm just trying to exist, man. I'm just trying to exist, but he has no control over himself. That's where a lot of the gay messages come from, is that this is a man who's just trying to exist and be normal, but his internal, the way he is not normal, and his attempts to hide it only make it worse. So, raviolis. So he's not physically transforming, but they show you his transformation. And it's really gruesome. It's kind of like a werewolf, where he just kind of emerges from under his skin. And it starts with, and I think it's my favorite visual, like, at least all the sequels, the claws, the blades of his glove start coming out of the tips of his fingers, and it gets bigger until his hand is a different hand, and you see his flesh start to rip and tear, and under it is a sweater. It's a little dumb and goofy, but it's scary. Like, just, I mean, outside of the detail that's happening, just conceptually, it's really scary. Someone is emerging from you. And there's, like, visuals of, like, you can see Freddy's eye in the back of his throat, and his face protrudes from his chest and, like, cuts his guts open from the inside. Like, it's so cool, man. And I've heard hate about Freddy's glove because it's, like, fleshy. It's supposed to look like it's kind of morphed to his hand because in the dream, he has become Freddy. And the glove is a part of him. But in reality, he's just wearing the Freddy glove. At least that's what I believe is happening. So he defeats Freddy. He with the power of love and heterosexuality or whatever, he does in fact win, but that's kind of just like, cookie cutter ending kind of stuff. Some really, let me try and rip through a couple of scenes that I really like, because those are really, like, there's just some key scenes that I absolutely adore, that I think are just untoppable. And one of them is, again, like I said, he's dreaming that people are trying to kill people. So he's dreaming of Freddy holding blades over his sleeping sister. And he's watching from a third person. He's on the other side of the room watching this. And then he wakes up and he sees that he has the glove on his hand. And, like, he's probably figured it out a little bit earlier before that he's kind of getting tricked into doing things. But this is, like, the definitive moment where he's like, holy shit, I'm the one killing people. Right before that happens, I think it's right before. I'm pretty sure order of operations is the gym teacher happens first. But Jesse is having a dream of like, I don't even remember. He went to the gay club. He went to the gay club that they were joking about with the gym teacher. And who does he run into? The gym teacher. And the gym teacher, dressed in all leather, forces him back to the school and makes him do basketball drills as kind of punishment. Dream logic, it doesn't matter. And then he forces Jesse to take a shower, and he's like alone, naked in the shower, in like the big shower room, and then the visuals start getting crazy. All the water, kind of like in Stephen King's It, all the water starts blasting out of the faucets, and then it's a jump rope. A jump rope comes snaking out and ties up the gym teacher. In like a... If you ever seen like someone getting paddled standing up, their arms are like strapped to chains hanging from the wall. It's that kind of visual. He's in like a Y shape. He's not T-posing because he doesn't have the strength to stand up and be in a straight T, so he's slagging, kind of looks like a Y, with his face touching the wall. And it's really, he at this point, he strips the coach down to being naked. Like, you just see his bare ass. No dong. This is not a film that shows dong. But, he starts whipping him, and eventually he cuts open his back with the claws. Freddy does. And it cuts over to... It like pans over after the coach is murdered, and you just see Jesse naked, covered in blood, with a glove on his hand. And it's still technically a dream, I think, because, like, what? How does that happen? But then turns out the coach did die. He did in fact kill him, but it just doesn't feel right. But that scene was really cool. That's probably where the viewer is probably most gonna figure out that he's being taken over. But it's just that whole thing of like seeing the murder happen in third person and then waking up to find out that you're the one that was doing the murdering, especially in your sleep. Like, being afraid to die in your sleep is one thing, but being afraid to murder in your sleep is a complete other thing. I have a problem with moving in my sleep. I scream and talk, and I am a very weird sleeper. And recently my partner told me that I headbutted them. So, like, they're like, you kind of have to figure out how to stop doing that. And I'm like, I genuinely can't. I can't tell my subconscious self to stop. That's not how it works. I need to figure out what's making subconscious self do that. And I don't know what the fuck that is. It's probably stress of some sort, but I don't know how to address that. I don't know how to fix my subconscious mind. I don't know how to control it or even put bars or any sort of restrictions on it, because my mind is my mind. I already don't like things I think when I'm awake. I can only imagine what stuff my brain is doing when I'm asleep. Things I probably don't want to do. I've never gotten up and like sleepwalked or anything like that, but I absolutely run in my sleep, I talk in my sleep, and apparently I hit in my sleep, which is really distressing because I have, someone that sleeps in a bed with me, so I kind of run the risk of hitting this person by accident in my sleep, and that's very distressing. Yeah, and that's why I think Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is the scariest, is because it's not you being fearful for your life, it's you fearful for other people because of you and your unknown capabilities of what you're willing to do when you're not aware of what you're doing. And to have Freddy influence you like that is also just very scary. Yeah, it ends a little cheesily, but I love the scare at the end where it's basically just a repeat of the opening scene where they're on the bus and he has like a little freak out where they're like, you're just fucking dumb. And then it went, nope, just kidding, haha, bitch. And then, Freddy stuff. I'm going to stop talking about Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, though. I have to get on to this next film. This next film is something I've never heard of before. I've never once heard of... I barely know who the fuck Jack Sholder is. But because of these two films, I have already come to really appreciate this man. I think, and I'm not going to get into it too much because I'm a very uneducated person when it comes to talking about suppressed in gayness and but I think that just like Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, this next film is also sort of about being gay. It's about your outside being different than your inside. Your intentions are different than your actions. You're seen differently than you are. It's a simple thing that is probably super common in most movies, and it probably doesn't need to be gay for it to be that, but because of this connection that I made with Freddy's Revenge, I can't ignore the idea that anytime this man directs a film about misleading a person by showing an outwardly different person than they actually are, without it being a gay allegory. So I watched The Hidden. Was it 1987, I want to say? Fucking nailed it, dude. 1987, The Hidden, directed by Jack Sholder. One of the biggest curveballs I've ever experienced in like putting a film on blindly. I don't even think Psycho Goreman has me this hyped. I would have loved... I love Psycho Goreman. I love Psycho Goreman with a passion, but this film is just like immediately outstanding. It might make my top 20 this 6 month. Like at the end of this month, I might put that in my top 20. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to sit on it longer. I'm going to watch it a second time this week, so I will confirm it. But it's called The Hidden, and the reason I watched it isn't because of Jack Sholder. The Jack Sholder double feature was a coincidence. I was looking for another gay film, as I said, and I was scrolling through Jack Shoulders. I'm like, what else to watch for a gay double feature than from the same director as the gay Nightmare on Elm Street? I scroll through and he has The Hidden on there, and I click on it, and I don't really scroll or anything, but I take a glance at the poster, and I'm like, that face looks so familiar. It's Kyle MacLachlan, dude. It's pre-Twin Peaks Kyle MacLachlan, and he's doing Agent Cooper. Like, he is playing a proto Agent Cooper in this film. What's the film about? Aliens. No, really, it's really just about aliens. But it's a sci-fi action cop drama. There might be too many things in there, but it's a cop movie. It's about a police investigating gruesome murders, but from a different perspective. So there's these gruesome murders happening. Actually, how do I... Body swapping aliens is what this film is about. This is about an entity entering somebody's body and taking control of that person, killing themselves in the process. The Hidden... How do I go about this? It has one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. It has Concrete Blonde on it, which is just like, I'm in love with Concrete Blonde right now, so it was just such a joy to hear Still in Hollywood just randomly on a jukebox. Boombox, not a jukebox. Christ. So the film is about... It starts with a man on a major crime spree. Let me read you the quote of what they describe for the first person. This is the opening scene is a top-of-the-line car chase with explosions and heavy metal and really good editing and like just really, it's a really fantastic introduction. It's just like a cold open, and then he gets blown up. They literally blow a car up with him next to it, and he survives and gets hospitalized. And then while they're hospitalized, Kyle MacLachlan, actually no, he doesn't show up yet. Let me read the quote though of what this guy did. This is literally just like, they're like, it's a little harsh to want him to be dead just because he's a criminal. And this cop replies, he killed 12 people, wounded 23 more, stole 6 cars, most of them Ferraris, robbed 8 banks, 6 supermarkets, 4 jewelry stores, and a candy shop. 6 of the ones he killed, he carved up with a butcher knife. 2 of them were kids. He did all that in 2 weeks. So that's just kind of showing you the level of fucked that this movie is on. That's the first 10-15 minutes is describing that. And then it turns out, again, very quickly, you get thrown into the fact that this isn't just a fucking cop movie. There's aliens. The guy who just got blown the fuck up is going to die in a couple of hours. It's just guaranteed. The doctors are like, this guy's not making it the night, I promise you. So while the doctors are away, this guy gets up off the bed and regurgitates a giant fucking slug out of his body. And that slug, just like the tiny little belly button monster in the Matrix, I'm talking about the Matrix a lot today, it just goes down this dude's throat. And you find out that when this thing possesses people, which is what it's doing, it's possessing people, turning them evil, and in the process, it kills the original person. So the body is basically just like a Gundam to this person, or to this alien. And whenever the body gets too damaged, it swaps bodies. Its motivation never changes, and its actions are never any less intense. They're just a different body doing them. It goes through quite a few bodies. And that's when Kyle MacLachlan shows up, and he's like, I'm hunting this person. And the main cop guy is like, why? Like, okay, I guess you can come along. He's saying he's FBI, Kyle MacLachlan. And he's like, yeah, I guess I could use help from the FBI. But Kyle MacLachlan's a silly fella. He's a weird guy. He struggles to conceptualize things, and he's just a weirdo. But the cop guy is like, yeah, whatever. He's FBI. He's probably just a weirdo in general. That's probably just what FBI guys are like. And then he, the movie goes on. They're hunting this guy. They're hunting this alien. It's mostly in men's bodies. It goes to a woman's body towards the end, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really remember the end very much. I mean, I know how it ends. It ends very awesomely, but it's not like it's like, oh, all the worlds are saved now, the universe is safe. It's more like, oh, you're fucked. But I'm sorry. Why am I apologizing? Fuck you. So this alien just goes on crime sprees. If it sees something it wants, it's going to take it, and it's going to kill anybody who gets in its way. So it likes loud rock music, it likes stealing things, and it likes hurting people. So it's just constantly like the scene where he's listening to Concrete Blonde. He's like in a diner eating food, just blasting in the boombox, and everyone's annoyed as shit. But I'm loving it because it's a good song. He also stole that boombox from a Radio Shack along with a bunch of tapes. So yeah, this guy is just committing a bunch of crimes, and you're jumping between seeing him do all this stuff. I'm going to say him until I decide to start calling him her because the body swap, but you see the violence, you see, like, the film is not hiding the fact that they are chasing an alien, a body swapping alien. That. They're not hiding it. They're hiding it from the protagonist. But from our perspective, we're seeing this very obviously alien dude doing horrible shit, and then a few minutes later the cops are gonna find the horrible shit he did and be like, what the hell is happening? And like all the cops are just confused, like, why are there so many dead bodies over like this last few weeks, like what's going on? And they're just all so confused because they refuse to conceptualize the idea that aliens can exist. And I shouldn't say they refuse to acknowledge it. It's too outlandish to be that. Like, why would they get there? Why would they assume aliens? And the whole time while they're hunting him, Kyle MacLachlan he's not part of the police, but he keeps showing up. And they don't ever actually say it explicitly, but he is also an alien. He's the alien hunting the alien. He's the good guy. So he's like, yeah, this alien killed my family and I need to find him. And it takes like the whole movie for the guy to realize that Kyle MacLachlan's an alien, but I noticed probably about like within like the first 2 or 3 scenes of them sharing screen time together. Yeah, and I mean that's basically the movie. It's just you're seeing this alien hurt people and steal shit. You're seeing Kyle MacLachlan getting very upset because he keeps falling behind on this alien that he's trying to find. And the police are just like scratching their heads in confusion because they don't know what to make out of why there's so many dead bodies showing up. Like, they're in the middle of a crime scene, and a guy will come up and be like, yeah, boss, there's a dead body over there across the street. And they're like, another one? Like, it's so outrageous to be a cop at that point, where you're just like, why are there so many dead people? Like, what's happening? Lo and behold, it's aliens, and they don't really acknowledge that. They, as in the police, they do acknowledge in the film that it is an alien. At one point, before the main character realizes that Kyle MacLachlan is an alien, they arrest him because he's being too nonchalant about like the knowledge he has of the crimes, and he's convinced that for a moment that Kyle MacLachlan's involved. Kyle MacLachlan's carrying around this alien space ray that the police are like, must be some fancy FBI gadget. Those gadget users, those fuckers. And, turns out that he's like, Kyle MacLachlan's like, yeah, that's the thing that will kill the thing you're after. But we need to get it when it's not, like, when it's between bodies. It's like if a hermit crab can't die without its shell on, you have to kill it with its shell off. And how do you do that? When in the middle of it swapping bodies. God damn, it's so good. It's such a great film. And notice how I didn't really harp on the gay stuff. I'm kind of forcing that perspective because I did a double feature on Pride Month and I started with a gay movie, whatever. But this film is just like awesome, badass action. Weird cop procedural stuff. Mysterious alien shit. And Kyle MacLachlan is literally playing Agent Cooper. He's an FBI agent. He's mysterious. He talks to himself. He reacts very untraditionally to things. And he doesn't know how to take Advil, which is fun. Yeah, man, it's a great film. It's genuinely, like, I've hyped this up to people, like, the second I watched it. The second credits roll, I text, like, 5 people. I'm like, I need to show you this movie. In fact, I'm going to be watching with one of them this exact movie later this week, or at least we're trying to, but I really want to. Not only because I want to watch it again, but because people need to fucking see this. Man. People need to watch this movie. And I brought it up to, like, my coworker who's in his 40s, and he's like, yeah, I've heard of that movie. It's a good one. It's really cool. But like any modern viewer, I don't think I've met a single person who knows what the fuck this is. Granted, I just found out what the fuck it was, so maybe people did and I just never picked up on it, but I don't know. It's outstanding. Great soundtrack, great action, great acting, great everything. It was such a fantastic experience, and to pair it with his other film, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, was just really great too. They're both like 85-minute bangers. Just shred right through it in 2 hours and 40 minutes. Like, it was a very good night. Other than that, I guess that's it. I tried to go a little longer. I didn't succeed. I talked about Nightmare on Elm Street 2 for probably a little longer than I did The Hidden, but that's okay. That happened yesterday with Nightmare on Elm Street 1, so it just it's how the cookie crumbles. Anythingbutted@gmail.com if you want to reach out to me. Maybe you can tell me how many strains of Lyme's disease you have. I know someone with 2. Can you top that? Tell me about your first lucid dream. Have you ever had sleep paralysis? When ticks are digging their way down your throat, you should probably talk about it, because that's distressing and traumatic. Or whatever. Anythingbutted@gmail.com. Other than that, I almost gave up on putting a theme song in, because Audacity is really pissing me off. It'll just say, like, oh, sorry, this audio file is not compatible. And sometimes uploading an audio file to my computer, it doesn't upload the audio file, it just puts the name there. Really annoying stuff, but it stresses me out in the moment, but I think it's worth it in the end, especially when I actually know what I'm doing. So I guess, anything but that, whatever. You have been listening to Taste Like Tea, a podcast about me am I am he is tea. Thank you.